Our dreams serve a vitally important role in our processes of personal growth and development. They're an expression of subconscious psychic processes that reveal our inner truths. Dreams are known to influence our moods, our perspectives, our state of mind, and even the choices that we make in life. Dream analysis enables an interweaving between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, which supports an integration and an assimilation of mind, body, spirit of the dreamer. The therapeutic effects of dream analysis have proven to yield powerful results that bring deep and lasting cohesion. In this video, we're going to explore how to decode the messages of your dreams. Welcome back, friends. This is Carrie at HolisticPsychic.com, bringing you another video to support our collective journeys in spiritual awakening, healing, and empowerment. Today's topic is one that's very near and dear to me. I have personally been working with my dreams consciously as a modality of guidance in my life since I was a kid. I personally started having psychic messages come to me in my dream time even before I started kindergarten. And so my path with working with dreams started like way back then. And then as an adult, as I got into shamanic healing modalities, of course, dream work is very much a part of that. So I have a lot of tools that I'm going to share with you that will really help guide you in gaining the most of the messages that come to you through your dream time. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So to start with, anybody who's on the journey of doing dream work, gaining personal insights through your dreams, you want to start by establishing an energy or the parameters that are conducive to really making the most out of your practice. And this begins by 1, getting a dream journal, 2, optimizing your sleep environment and your pre-bedtime habits. So optimizing your sleep environments. You want to make sure that the room that you sleep in is quiet, it's dark, it's in neat, tidy order. You don't have any unnecessary distractions going on. Just whatever you feel that you need to have the most restful, restorative sleep ultimately is going to enhance your dream time. In regard to your dream journal, I'm going to recommend that you keep it by your bed so that you can write in it before you go to sleep. You never know when you might wake up in the middle of the night and want to jot some things down. And you want to have your dream journal easily accessible for when you wake up in the morning, because that's when you're going to start writing down and analyzing your dreams. So here's a really cool concept. It is true that our dreams are always showing us aspects of whatever's going on in our waking reality that we need deeper insight on. So this can be our worries, our fears, our concerns, consciously or subconsciously, but it can also be our hopes, our dreams, our goals, our ambitions. And the thing that I want to share is that we don't necessarily have to take the approach of dream work in the way where we're just analyzing whatever random dreams come our way. You can actually engage in a shamanic practice that's called dream planting, which basically means you're setting intentions before you go to bed to have specific dreams that are guiding you in specific ways. I made a video that is an example of this, which is how to heal your shadow through dream time. That's an example of dream planting, where we're intending to have dreams to serve a particular purpose. In the example of that video, we learned how to intend to have dreams that guide us in the direction of healing our shadow side. But it goes way above and beyond that. Basically, any matter of interest that is in your life, whether it's healing, mental, emotional, physical, whether it's how to achieve a dream or a goal, whether it's how to restore harmony in a relationship, whether it's how to overcome a fear. All we have to do is set an intention before we go into the dream time as a catalyst to activate those messages to come through your dreams. Now, there are more specific shamanic practices around dream planting that you can do to further energize and activate your intentions, which I'll get into in videos down the road. For this video, we're going to keep it simple and just like how to get started with your dream work practice. So, intending to have dreams that are giving you specific insight. You could, for example, before you go to bed, intend to have deep and meaningful dreams that are guiding you on your path. That would be like more of an overall, maybe generic type of theme that you're planting with your intention. Or you can get really specific. You can be like, I'm setting my intention to have dreams that are guiding me in the direction of my higher calling. I'm intending to have dreams that are guiding me in the direction of my healing. I'm intending to have dreams that are guiding me in the direction of how to resolve this particular issue in my life. So you get the idea. I would recommend exploring that, and a really good way to do it is to write down your intentions in your dream journal before you go to sleep. Having said that, I will say that when you're first starting with dream work, there's going to be a little bit of a adjustment period for you to really get into having a more active dream time. For example, you could set an intention to have a particular message come to you through your dreams, but then that dream might not happen till a few days later or a few weeks later. But I will say that the more you practice this, the more energy will circulate around your dream time and the more profound the results will be. So if you're a person who right now isn't really remembering your dreams, just know that with intention and persistent practice, you will have more of a recall. Later on in this video, I'm going to share a little bit more about that, but let's go ahead and move forward into some other helpful tips that will guide you in the direction of gaining meaningful messages through your dreams. Okay, so I want to talk here about the difference between what I call a processing dream and an energy generating or psychic message dream. So a processing dream is more of the average type of dream that happens where you're undergoing a modality of subconsciously processing things that are connected to circumstances, events that are happening in your daily life. And it could be things that are connected to what's going on in your daily life in the now. It could be connected to past things you're still resolving. It can be connected to future ambitions. So a processed dream is showing you hopes, fears, worries, concerns, dreams around the things that are going on in your life. An energy generating dream or a psychic message dream, to me, sort of go hand in hand. These are the dreams that feel super real and vivid. Like you wake up like, wow, I thought that was real. Those dreams are dreams that are giving you actual spiritual experiences in the realm of spirit, or they're providing you with psychic insight, like authentic psychic insight around past, present, or future. They can also enable you to have connections with people in your dream time. Sometimes that happens as well. And it can serve to inspire you in getting energy flowing in a particular direction in your waking reality. So the best way to discern between a process dream and what I call a psychic message dream, otherwise known as an energy generating dream, is by the quality of vividness and realness. So this is something you want to look for when you're doing your dream analysis. I'm also going to mention that our most active dream time typically is within the 2-hour period before we typically wake up. So sometimes what people do who are starting to really develop a dream practice is they'll set their alarm for 2 hours before their usual wake up time and reaffirm your dream planting intentions and then go back to sleep. You can do that. Or let's say you wake up to get a drink of water or go to the bathroom a few hours before your actual wake up time. During that brief period when you're awake, take some time to reaffirm what your dream intentions were that you set the night before. And with observation, you will notice that you do have a really active dream period in those few hours before your usual wake-up time. Now, for the first half hour upon our waking, we are still in a brain state that's very connected to the subconscious mind, and this is why it's the very best time to begin your dream interpretation practice as soon as you wake up. You know how it is. How many times have you had a dream and you think about it and you're like, oh, I'll write it down later on and think about it more later, and then an hour later, sometimes 5 minutes later, you can't remember what it was. I've definitely had that happen to me, so it's worth it to set aside time in your morning routine to include that first maybe half hour of your morning to write down the details of your dream so that you can gain the messages from them. Now, in order to interpret the messages of your dream, first you need to write down the details of your dream. I'm going to recommend that you write down the details of the images that you saw in your dream, the details of the actions that were happening in your dream, and what your feelings and your thoughts were in your dream, within your dream, as you were having the dream. Does that make sense? So you're going to describe these things as if you're describing an experience that you had, and you're describing it to a person who was not present with you when you had that experience. You want to describe your dream in as much detail as you can in your dream journal. So again, it's the details of the images that were in your dream, the actions that were taking place in your dream, what you thought about what was going on in your dream, and how you felt about what was going on in your dream while you were in the dream. So it's not how you felt about the dream when you're reflecting on it when you're waking up, but you're being aware of, how did I feel about this in my dream when it was happening in my dream? Or what did I think about this in my dream when it was happening in my dream? A lot of times, just reading how you describe something that's happening in your dream in and of itself is going to give you like the first layers of meaning. I'm going to share a very quick example of how this could work. This particular client had a dream that dogs were chasing her, and she couldn't figure out what it meant. So she was telling me about the details of her dream, and it was through me asking her for more detail that we were able to discern the meaning of the dream. And the magic question that I asked her about the dogs that were chasing her was, what kind of dogs were they? And she said they were hounds. Meanwhile, we had already discussed previous in our session how she felt that her parents were hounding her over a particular situation in her life. So you can see the importance of being as descriptive as possible about the images and the actions in your dream and how that can reveal significant messages to you. So keep that in mind. Details are important. You want to kind of stick with the facts rather than the old school idea of working with association, right? Well, I had this in my dream, and this reminds me of this, and this reminds me of this, so this must mean this. Don't do that. Just stick to the actual facts and be aware of the words that you choose to describe those actual facts that are happening in your dreams. You want to make sure that you write down as many details as you possibly can remember from your dream before you begin to attempt to analyze or interpret the messages in your dreams. In regard to interpreting the messages in your dreams, you can look towards things like symbolism, archetypes, mythologies, to get an idea of what some of the elements of your dream might universally symbolize. However, dreams are very intimately interconnected with the mind and heart and soul of the dreamer. So ultimately, you have to go with what it feels like it's representing to you. So you can use dream interpretation books. You can use things that are connected to universal symbolism, like colors, symbols, animal spirits, and things like that, as a loose guide. But don't take them verbatim, because it's not like a one-size-fits-all type of thing. You want to refer to symbolism-related materials as a guide, but then use that in alignment with what the specific details of your dream is, and then you align what was going on with your dream with what you know is going on with you currently in your waking reality, because our dreams are always giving us guidance as to what's going on in our waking reality. In fact, this would be like a whole other video down the road, but shamanically speaking, there is a teaching that says in order for something to manifest in this physical reality, we have to dream about it first. But that could be your nighttime dreams or your daytime dreams. We'll get more into that in a future video series. So, also it's important to know that a single dream can have many facets of meaning. It's not only one message or one meaning per dream. A dream can have many facets of significance and meaning, so be aware of that as well. And then also, as you are on this journey of doing dream work, you are going to notice that there's similar recurring themes that happen over a course of dream sequences. And the sequences, I'm not meaning this in a way of part 1 of the dream and part 2 of the dream and part 3 of the dream. There can be facets of that, but sequences as in like a recurring idea or a message or a theme that is coming through a variety of different dreams. Messages are more apt to occur through themes and sequences rather than like random one dream here, one dream here, one dream here. So there can be like random, seemingly unrelated dreams that happen once in a while, but you will see in retrospect, in looking back in past entries in your dream journal, you will begin to see that there are themes that play out. And so be aware of that ahead of time so that you can look for those themes that are interweaving through your dreams. And whatever those primary themes are the most important messages to be aware of because they carry significance for you. Now, once you've gained insight as to what the messages in your dreams are telling you, then what do we do with it? We become consciously aware of the fact that our messages in our dreams are guiding us in our waking reality, and we explore and discover ways that we can implement the messages in our dreams in our waking reality. So this is going to be a course of discovery and experimentation as well. But if we're working with our dreams and we're purposely gaining insight and messages from our dreams, then the way that our dreams are influencing our moods, our perceptions, our point of views, and our choices can be more conscious and deliberate based on the discernment of messages we've gained from our dreams, rather than completely subconscious and disjointed without really having an idea of what the message of the dream was. Does that make sense? Lastly, I'm going to leave you with some helpful guidance around extenuating factors that can influence our dreams. This is our diet, our health, our mental and emotional state of being, whether it's harmony or stress. The energy of our environment can influence our dreams. Things that we read or watch or conversations we have with people before we sleep can influence our dreams. So if we eat something that we're allergic to or we're taking medication, those things can influence the qualities of our dreams as well. So do be aware of those factors. As an example, I've noticed with me, if I take melatonin, which oddly enough is for sleep, it has a tendency to give me very dark, psychologically disturbing nightmares. And so I've chosen to not take melatonin for that reason. Now, nightmares is a whole other different topic that we can explore in the realm of dreams as well. There can be different factors that lead to nightmares, which all of the things that I just mentioned that can be factors in our dreams can lead to nightmares. Sometimes our nightmares can be showing us aspects of our fears or aspects of our shadow selves that we haven't dealt with, but they can also be connected to very real negative energies that are happening in your environment as well. So again, there's contributing factors to take into consideration, such as this, when you're interpreting your dreams. But what I want to encourage all of you to do is to start by just being on the journey of setting intentions to have dreams that are guiding you forward in meaningful ways on your path, and to explore the process of interpreting them so that you can gain helpful messages from them, and just let it be a journey of discovery and a journey of a practice that's developing over time. And lastly, I'll say that rereading journal entries from past dreams can also prove to be really insightful over time as well. So again, have all of your dreams in one place. I'm super excited at the idea of all of you beginning your journey with dream work. If you have questions, let me know in the comment section and I will be happy to respond. If you have a topic related to dreams that I didn't cover in this video that you'd like to see me do a video about in the future, also put it in the comment section below. All right, guys, blessings, namaste, much love, and I'll see you in the next video.